Hi Ripplings, I'm Trice. I just got this email to my inbox. Hi Trice, I am one of your subscribers on YouTube. I have serious financial challenges. Please help me. How do I attract the money I need? Please help me. I get it. I think a lot of people are in this situation, and that email makes it sound like you need to manifest money fast, like overnight fast, like 24 hours fast. I'm going to show you how to do it in 4 easy steps. Before we get started, I just wanted to let you know that if you are a regular watcher of my videos, there is a very important channel update at the end of this video about the future of this channel, or the lack thereof. So if you're interested in that, stay tuned till the end. The first step is probably the hardest. You have to accept the possibility of your worst nightmare coming true. Write it on a piece of paper. Get it out of your head and look at it. And I know this might seem contrary to positive thinking advice, but what's happening when your worst nightmare is rolling around in your head is it's attracting more of that possibility to you because you're vibrating at the energy of worst nightmare mode. For example, my husband owns a spa here in New York City that has been closed since March with a rent and fixed expenses running at $15,000 in the opposite direction. Now, my worst nightmare used to be that his business would bankrupt our whole family, but I have let that go because I believe if it does bankrupt our family, we will be able to find a way to come back. And if that sounds a little too Pollyanna, let me tell you one eternal truth. Your fortune is in your head. It is simply the way you think about money. If Elon Musk went bankrupt, Tesla and all his businesses went kaput, do you think in a few years' time he would be back doing something new and exciting? It's because his fortune is in his head. The outside world is just a reflection of how you are thinking and feeling. And if you don't have the money that you desire, we're going to shift how you think about the problem to put you on the path to attracting money. And if you can do that first part, this second part is easy. The second step, and it's going to seem counterintuitive, is you want to take the focus off the money because what you focus on expands. That is a universal law. And when you are opening your Bielefeld and you are seeing sawdust, that can only produce one feeling: fear. So what's the answer? Is to see money as it truly is. Money is simply the middleman. Money is a medium for exchange. Let me tell you a concrete story. My best friend is a real estate agent here in New York City. And in March, like the rest of the world, his job just evaporated overnight. It was actually illegal for real estate agents to show apartments. Well, how the heck is he supposed to make any money? And rent is coming due. His rent is $2,800 a month, and he was down to his last couple thousand. Emergency fund had whittled away a bit, so he was desperate. He's like, Trice, I don't want to do it, but I'm going to have to break into my retirement account and pay the penalty and the taxes and the fees. I'm like, hold on, dear sir. Let's focus on the problem, paying the rent. Of course, he got really pissed off at this because he's like, Trice, what do you think I pay my rent with? I'm like, just give me 10 seconds. These times are unprecedented, so I think it calls for unusual action. What I would recommend is you call or email your landlord and tell her the situation and renegotiate rent. I know I have this contract with you. You have been so lovely to me, but I am looking to renegotiate with you because some money is better than no money. What transpired at the end of the story? They changed his rent from $2,800 to $1,800. That's $1,000 less. Now you might be like, Trice, that's a lot of money. I mean, who has $1,800 lying around? Agreed. So we said, thank you, dear landlord. That is so generous of you. Will you please do me a favor and use my security deposit towards that $1,800 payment? Nothing came out of his pocket. He had his solution paid for without one extra dollar. So how can you do this? Your mind is an answering machine. If you take the focus off the money and you write down whatever problem you're trying to solve. I need to pay this month's rent. Your mind will seek and find an answer. Now, let me tell you a couple caveats about that answer. It's going to look like the wrong answer, like you're going to want a different answer. It's going to feel uncomfortable. He did not want to email the landlord that he wasn't going to be able to pay his rent. It went against everything he believed in. He felt like he was a leech sucking off the system and goodwill of his landlord who had been so kind to him. When truly that wasn't the case, right? It was unprecedented times calling for creative solutions. Now, if you need the money fast, like 24 or 48 hours, do this. The universe only knows how to work in efficiency. However, the human mind does not. So in order to manifest quickly, you must give your mind a deadline, an unshakable deadline. Usually the shorter the better. Not in 1 second, but in 24 hours, write down the time. I will have an answer to my problem.
Notice I said answer because you might not need money.
Everything in the universe comes down to one thing: focusing your energy. And that deadline subconsciously focuses your mind to connect to universal intelligence and show you the solution. Do this last final step. I almost left it out because I didn't think you guys were going to like it. Harness the power of Ho'oponopono, the Hawaiian prayer. It goes like this: I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. And you just repeat that over and over. The essence of that prayer is that any thought, worry or not, comes into your mind, and when it's in your mind, it gets energized by the attention we give it to it. So all these thoughts of being frustrated and angry about your money problems have a lot of energy around them. Now, if you heard the prayer, it says, I'm sorry, forgive me, thank you, I love you. And if you're anything like me, I'm like, sorry for what? I didn't get all these problems. And that's the crux of it. If you take 100% responsibility for anything that flows into your universe, it gives you infinite power. That is where all your power is. That's how you manifest fast. Now, if all this and you're still scratching your head and you're like, I don't think that's going to line up to a hill of beans, just pretend like it's a little test. Suspend belief, because you have absolutely nothing to lose. You want to know some eternal truth? Failure, losing, is always on the table. For example, this YouTube channel. Imagine I never started, but I wanted to. Failure. Already failed. That as soon as you try, as soon as you put things out there, you now put the possibility of winning on the table, which didn't exist before. Oh, my earthling friends, I really have to talk to you. It has come to my attention that my YouTube channel is in what they call a spiral of death. It took me a couple months to see it, but I forgive myself for that. But me flirting from topic to topic has slowly put me in this death spiral where YouTube is not sending out my videos and it's becoming crazy noticeable. The last video got like 400 views where they used to get 2,000 views in the first day. And this is not a sad story. I will still triumphant. But there's only two ways out of this. One, I'm going to siphon my ASMR videos off this channel, and I'm going to create a new channel where one money affirmation video, and I will put the link in the description below. Subscribe if you like those things, but please, holy hell, do not subscribe if that is not your jam. Because the YouTube algorithm works. If you have a lot of subscribers and your subscribers are not watching your videos, it actually hurts you. Now that's obviously going to make my views go down, which might make the channel implode altogether. But I am going to try to stick to core content. Most people have subscribed to me to manifest money overnight or act as if or live in the end. If you guys know any topics that are around these type of topics, please help a girl out and leave them in the comments below. And I will try this strategy for a week or two and let you know how it goes. You might think this is really sudden, but I have been feeling that energetic dog paddle. And I didn't quite know what it was. I was looking for the answer, but this morning it hit me over the head. Yeah, that's it. So until next time, I adore you. Ciao.